Aloha everyone, it's Slavey, your friendly neighborhood Hesher here, and welcome to the Hesh Files. It's a place where I interview musicians about all of the strange and unusual things that they've seen out on the road. So strap on your best high tops, ease a seat back, and get ready to be a metaphorical fly on the wall in this van, because we're going heshing. Shit, I think I'll just jump right into it.
Yeah, let me make a little drinky poo real quick.
Hell yeah, make yourself a drink. What are you making?
The only thing I have is ice, tequila, and I found some lime juice earlier.
Nice. I think that qualifies as a margarita.
I can't really say I'm making a drink.
I think it qualifies as a drink. I mean, you got a glass, you've got ice, you've got liquor, and you've got something else in it. That's a drink.
It is. It is a liquid. Last time we cracked this bottle of tequila and was drinking some of it, and the only thing I had was Coke Zero. Like, well, I'll chase the tequila with this Coke, try it out. Parker told me it was good once. I think he was drunk because it's not.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Aloha, everyone. It's Slavey, your friendly neighborhood Hesher, and welcome to the Hesh Files. It's a place for us to get weird and seek out some strange. Today's guest, I've got sitting with me, the lovable, most exuberant, handsome Aaron Williams from Hilltop Rats and from Noise. Aaron, say hello.
Hey, what's up?
Tell us a little bit about yourself. You just finished a little Euro tour with Noise. Tell us about that.
Yeah, man. Just went out with Noise. Rendali Records over in Germany is our European label. So they took care of everything. They got us all our flights taken care of and booked the whole tour for us. It was a short little one, but it was fun. We went through the Netherlands, Germany, Switzerland, Belgium, and England. Played a couple festivals over there. Did a Back to Future festival. Hadn't heard of it until this little tour, and I would love to go every year. It's fucking amazing. Highly recommend checking it out. And then we finished the tour over in Blackpool at Rebellion Fest.
So you said, wait, Back to the Future Fest?
Yeah, it's called Back to Future.
What is that?
Kind of like a street punk oi festival in like North Germany, kind of over by Berlin. So I'd never heard of it until this tour. So I kind of went with like no expectations really, just kind of see what it is. It's like a big camp out. Okay. So yeah, just all these people camping out in the field, and then you see like online, looking on Facebook, and they're like setting up a tent. So I'm like, okay, is gonna be a small stage, I don't know, like kind of like an indoor tent thing. And no, it was crazy, man. The tent was insanely huge, probably a couple thousand people inside there. Yeah, that's where we played. It's like the second stage, and then they had like a whole main stage, like Booze and Glory played, the Casualties. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Well, damn, never heard of that, but North Germany, up by Berlin, apparently they got it going on. Well, let's get weird, man. I mean, let's hear something about tour. I mean, give me one of your weird tour stories. What do you got for me?
Weird tour stories, man. It's not really weird, but some kind of funny stories. Houston party crash. I don't want to say the name of the city, but Cat Piss House. The Orlando prison dude. The Reading Bird Farm shenanigans. Nashville party poopers. Definitely, it just seems like on the road. You know, you just hauling shit in the van, and then you go play your show and find somewhere to stay. And that usually where the interesting shit happens, all the places and stuff you get yourself into after the show. Yeah, one of the funniest things I thought of was the Houston party crash, man. So long story short, we were on tour and we were trying to book with one venue in Houston. It's like one of the larger venues, and they just never got back to us, never emailed us. So we booked smaller. Yeah, so we booked with a smaller venue, but then people started messaging me, and the larger venue had us on their calendar. So I was like, well, what the fuck? Long story short, we got double booked, called the promoter, talked to him, and he's like, it's opposite sides of town. He's like, why don't you open that other show, get a little bit of gas money, and then just play and pack up and come and headline the show at this larger club. All right. Like, if you're cool with it, that sounds awesome. Otherwise, we would cancel the smaller show. We get to Houston, we play the smaller show, pack up, sell our merch real quick, get the fuck out of there. And then we're just like calling the promoter, calling him. He's not answering, just giving us a hater button. And then all of a sudden he hits us up. He's like, hey, I canceled your show. He's like, you booked with my competitor. He's like, I canceled your show. What? Yeah, it's like, dude, we fucking planned on this. We banked on this. We talked about this. Right. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's your idea for us to open that other show. So we're not at a show. We can't sell our merch. Can't get more gas money. because we've already left. Can't meet people, find places to stay. So we're like, well, let's just drive through fucking neighborhoods till we find a party. And so we're just
That's a
driving up and
reasonable thing to do.
yeah, so we're
What
just
what what
driving
what city is this? Where's this going? You said this is Houston, right?
Houston, yeah.
Okay, paint a little picture. What year is this?
2009.
Okay.
Yeah.
2009. What time of year? Houston,
Oh, dude,
2009.
like August, maybe July. His middle of summer is that was a brutal summer. It was
Oh,
like a 3 month long full US tour and like record heat wave.
what band was that with?
That was a super happy Storytime Land.
Super Happy Storytime Land. Oh shit. I was there for some of that tour actually in Houston at what was that one venue?
Oh,
Super
that super happy fun land.
Yeah, Super Happy Funland, not to be confused with the band Shustel, but
Yeah.
damn, yeah. Okay. So get
Yeah.
back to what you were saying. We'll get back to Super Happy Funland in a minute because that place was fucked.
Yeah, it was. So yeah, anyways, with the story, we were just driving up and down all these residential streets and then eventually found like all these heshers out in the road, like bunch of dudes like cut off camo shorts, Metallica shirts, and fucking Budweiser cans everywhere, partying in the streets. Like
Those are
these are
good
our
people.
yeah, these are our people. So we pull over, just park the van, just go like we just go in the house and just start partying with these people, bring in some beer and hang out, and then start talking to people. And then we start walking around. It's like, hey, we got some fucking CDs we can give everybody, man. Like go out to the van, get some CDs, and just pass them out to everybody. Like, hey, this is our band. You know, we're from Seattle area. The more I walk around this house, like I'm kind of like looking at it, it's like really nice. Like, you know, I got the whole bar set up, like just looking at everything, like all the liquors and decanters and stuff. And it's like, didn't seem very Hesh. And I was like, that's weird. I'm like, mom and dad are probably out of town. So he's probably just wrecking their house while they're gone, you know? So
As you do.
yeah. So we proceeded to party throughout the whole night and then we like crashed on the floor there and woke up in the morning and there's like some girl in a sundress with like this dude in like a button-up shirt with like a nice vest and stuff. And they're like, hey, like you guys wanna go get breakfast with us? We're like, yeah, sure. We go get breakfast with them and it's like this group of like four people, all just like hipster as fuck, dressed real nice. And we're sitting there with like cut off misfit shirts, cut off jean shorts, smelling real bad. And they're just looking at the table across from us like, aren't you guys gonna change? We're like, change? Like, no, all our clothes are sweaty and gross.
And
And they're like,
all of
no,
our
like,
clothes look like this.
yeah. And they're like, no, like, you're not gonna change out of your costume? Like,
Hmm.
costume. They're like, yeah, last night's 80s party. Oh, no, like, we really are a metal band and we really are on tour from Seattle. It is like a record screeching to a halt. These people like they hadn't ordered anything. They're just like, oh, I gotta go. And they like slowly got up and like left us to eat breakfast by ourselves.
Nice. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, at least you got some breakfast. But hold on, I want to cycle back to Super Happy Funland because I mean, that's like a core memory unlocked here. I mean, I forgot about that until you started talking about Houston in 2009. I mean, so I got to say, I just looked it up. Super Happy Funland looks like it is totally still going right now. I mean,
No,
they have shows within the next couple of weeks. I mean,
you gotta be kidding.
it's still happening. Um, so we gotta draw this up for anybody that's listening right now. I mean, Super Happy Funland is this place in Texas. It's listed as a performing arts center, which I mean, yeah, I guess by definition that's true, but the only way that I could like start to describe this place was it was kind of like walking into a warehouse, a giant warehouse that was almost like walking into a real life version of the game Mousetrap from when we were kids. I mean, there were so many weird contraptions and things going on that I mean, it was like almost
Just,
like
just like oddities everywhere.
yeah, just weird oddities of all sorts. I mean, we're talking like a Five Nights at Freddy's meets Mousetrap meets Tim Burton meets a very bizarre acid trip that you happen to have one night. I mean, it was, and I guess it still is because it's still there.
I'll have to pull up the photo sometime, see if I can find it. That one's like I'm just saying, it was like a bird head on a stick, and you're like wearing a cow costume you found. I think that costume might have even had udders on it, if I remember
Yes.
right.
Okay. So you and I are gonna have to each try and do some Batman level detective work here and find these pictures because yeah, I mean I'm remembering the cow costume with the udders. I'm remembering the graffiti everywhere, and we were skating outside because there was that gnarly hill that went under like the overpass or something.
We got drunk Jeremy to bomb that hill shirtless and just totally ate it. Super bad.
Oh God. Yeah, I mean, talk about, America's got no talent, but I mean, yeah, drunk bombing hills. And I mean, it was pure gravel. I mean, we were like next to a railway by a bunch of warehouses. I mean, this is not ground that anybody should be skating ever.
No.
Oh
Oh
my
man, dude,
God.
remember the backyard there? It was like some Barbie tea party thing, like little tiny tables and stuff.
It was like a weird Mad Hatter meets Barbie playground.
And then
Oh.
Jeremy got all pissed drunk and started smashing all the tables.
I mean, I think we were all pissed drunk at that point because
Oh yeah.
you guys were on tour playing a show and I was on tour, but we weren't playing that night. We just happened to be there. Like it was a weird thing. Like we were coming back from Florida, working our way back towards California. And I think you guys were working from the West Coast to the East Coast. And we just happened to meet up in
Yeah.
Texas.
Man, that night was weird.
Super Happy Funland, cow udders. Yeah, we're gonna have to find those pictures because I know they exist somewhere. I mean, I can see it in my head.
Yeah, same, me too. Man, I think that is well, I don't even think I know. That is the weirdest venue I've ever seen in my life by far.
Yeah, I mean, I think going back and forth across the country, that is up there with absolutely one of the weirdest, most bizarre places. I mean, I don't even know if it's haunted. I don't want to like put bad publicity out there for Super Happy Funland or anything. But holy
I mean, that might
fuck,
be
that
good
place.
publicity.
Yeah, like holy fuck though, that place has to be haunted. I mean, somebody has died somewhere near that building. I mean, I can't confirm any of that without doing some weird detective work, but I would venture a guess to say that with a venue, somebody had to have
Yeah,
met some unfortunate demise near the grounds of that building.
if not in it.
Yeah, if not in it. Which again, I mean, shit. I mean, if I knew that that happened, I mean, I would probably be more inclined to want to go there. I mean, that's kind of cool.
Right. Yeah, dude. Another fun one was Hilltop Rats, man. We did this tour and it was like a total shit show. We played in Santa Cruz and one of the opening bands, they're like, hey, you can come stay at our place. It's like two chicks in this band or whatever. And so one of the girls invites us to stay with like her and her boyfriend. Well, she didn't talk to her boyfriend about it. He was a fucking prick and did not like us. I mean, granted, none of us were trying to get with this woman or nothing, but yeah, dude, he was not stoked, dude. Like somebody like grabbed a guitar off the wall and started playing it. And he like freaked out on everybody, and we're just like, "Fuck this, dude. Let's just get out of here." And Parker was sleeping in the van, making a cheese, and he got out of the van like his basketball shorts, making a cheese sandwich out of the cooler in the back. And it's like in some rich ass neighborhood, so they see our sketchy van, like called the cops and shit. Fucking Parker almost went to jail making a cheese sandwich out of his own van. They thought he was like breaking into it.
Nice.
But the next day after that, man, we went and played another town, and the venue, it was a pretty cool venue, but they offered to feed us and everything. So I was like, well, we'll get our food to go at the end of the night. I was like, that way when we figure out where we're staying, what we're doing, we can just grab some food, bounce, take off. Well, this dude comes up and he's like, cook there. And he's like, hey, he's like, if you want, I can, keep your food in the back, keep it warm. And he's like, if you want, you can stay at my house. He's like, I live across the street. I'm like, okay. And he's like, you don't even have to move your van. You can just leave it at the venue. I'm like, this sounds great. Like, can't be any more ideal. Walk across the street to his house, and he opens up the front door, and it was like getting hit in the face with a brick wall made of cat piss. Like, dude, like so bad. And so we get in the house, and all of us are just like looking around. It's fucking disgusting. It looks like an episode of like Hoarders or something in there. It
Nice.
reeks of fucking piss so bad. And so Zach just walks straight out of the house, grabs a tent out of the van, and starts setting up like a giant tent in the guy's front yard. He's like, you can sleep inside. And he's like, nope. He's And the guy's like, "Well, this isn't really that good of a neighborhood. I don't know if I'd recommend sleeping out here." And Zach just like cracked his Glock. Like, "We're fine. I'm good." Like, and so him, like our merch guy, and a few people slept like in the tent, and then Parker slept in the van. And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna sleep right here," and like slapped this couch, and dude, my hand just turned like black and green from all the stuff on it. Big like poof like came off of it. Like, oh
Oh.
fuck, I'm not sleeping there. So Crandall and I felt so bad. This dude's feelings were hurt so bad that we slept in the house. And man, not only am I allergic to cats, but just the ammonia, like Crandall and I both got so fucking sick.
Oh, but at least you did it to make that poor gentleman feel a little bit better that night. I hope.
Yeah. Oh
I mean,
man.
fuck, man.
That's
Like,
probably
well, like we've all been to those houses on tour, where somebody is like, "Oh yeah, you can crash at my place," and you're like, "Yeah, why not? How bad can it be? It's got to beat sleeping in the van." And then you get to those houses, and you're like, "Oh, fuckles, I would rather sleep in the van right now." I don't even want to sleep
totally.
in the van. I'll sleep in the tent that I brought outside of the van because that seems to be better at this point.
Totally.
I mean, I remember like we've stayed at, just random truck stops, across, the country or whatever. And sometimes it's nicer to sleep there, just on top of the van. I mean, if it's a nice night out, I mean, get your sleeping bag and your pillow and just put it on top of the van. You're away from the bugs and the critters and shit. And that's kind of
Yep.
the best place to sleep sometimes.
Mario used to sleep on top of the van. I
Hey,
don't know
man.
how he got his 300-pound ass up there, but he did it.
Just qualify it as tour magic. I mean,
For sure.
certain things just happen on tour that would never happen anywhere else.
Oh yeah. Dude, we used to roll down the streets, like like the side windows that kind of like open up at the bottom. They have a little click guy or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we used to like hang all our sweaty clothes like out the window and then latch it shut. So we drive down the freeway and they'd be blowing off the side of the van, drying out.
I mean, you gotta do your clothes somehow. I mean, that's all you got. I mean, like we could start a whole like MacGyver for tour kind of a thing. Just all the tour tricks that guys do and gals do or
Oh yeah.
whatever to just make shit work out there.
Febrezing your hair, baby wipes.
Oh yeah, I mean the 24-hour Walmart is pretty much the greatest thing to happen to bands since I don't know. I'd say deodorant, but that's not a very common thing.
True, man. I know. I was about to say there's like one place we stayed in Orlando. We played like some show out there. Just a random ass thing. We just booked whatever random club we could. Never been there. Didn't know shit. So it's like we played with some like weird ass like Marilyn Manson wannabe band. It was kind of awful. Like it's like some band that like wanted to be like the Misfits opened, and then some band that wanted to be like Marilyn Manson played. I don't know. It was kind of crazy and weird.
Which
But this
band
guy
came? Who are you touring with then?
this one was Super Happy again.
Okay.
But was it some guy came to us at the show? He's like, "Hey, you guys want to stay at my house?" Sure. He's like, "There's not much there." He's like, "I just got this apartment today, and I'm just moving in." Like, "Oh yeah, that's fine, man. Like, it's better than the van."
Can't be
He's
too
like, "Well, I
bad.
don't really." He's like, "I don't really have much." He's like, "I just have a boom box, but I'll order pizzas." Okay, fuck yeah, sounds awesome. We get to his house or his apartment, and literally, that's all he had. Apparently, he got out of prison that day, went to the pawn shop, bought a boombox, a Dinu Borger CD, and then went to this bar. And then took us home and bought us pizza.
I mean, you get out of jail or anything, you got to have your priorities straight. I haven't been to prison, but
That guy did for sure.
yeah, I mean, you want to have some food, but you got to have music. You've been locked up for X amount of time. You haven't had music. I totally get where that guy was coming from. Just first things first, pawn shop, music, bar, pizza. Boom. I mean,
That's the fuck it.
That's how you get out of jail.
Recipe for success for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, that's called rehabilitating felons. I mean, if I've ever heard it.
Right. I just thought it was hilarious, man. Like the guy's like, I don't really have much, and you think like, yeah, whatever, we don't either. And you're like, oh, dude, you weren't joking. Like that's literally all you have is a fucking empty apartment with a boombox and a Demi Borger CD.
Well, in
Yeah,
fairness, though, that's probably better than the ammonia-filled, piss-infested apartment.
Oh, dude, if you told me I had to go stay 30 minutes in Cat Piss House or go live with this guy in one CD in Orlando, I'm going to Orlando. I'll move in. Fuck it.
I mean, it's Florida, but still, I mean, I would take the felon and his stereo and pizza instead of Cat Piss House.
Oh yeah,
any day. Well, so I mean, what's next on your musical horizon? So, you know, like we said, you know, you just finished your little Euro tour with Noise. Is there anything coming up for Noise? I know you've got something special with Hilltop Rats. If you maybe want to plug that, I know that's going to be cool.
Yeah, man. So first off with Noise, we were coming down to California, but I think we're going to postpone that. Going to work on some new music and got some other things going on. But November, we're going out to Orlando. Oddly enough, maybe I can find Prison, dude. Look him up.
Gotta find him.
Yeah, I gotta find fucking Prison Break. But yeah, going down to Orlando. We're playing some thing for a tattoo shop, and then I think we're gonna try and go to Disney World.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you make the trip from, you know, the PNW all the way out to, you know, Florida, and you're out in Orlando, you gotta hit up Disney, the Mouse House. I mean, yeah, you gotta.
Totally. But yeah, we're that's all we have really on our books. There is word we might be playing Punk Rock Bowling next year. We're already looking back at Europe again.
Fuck yeah.
So we decided as a band that we wanted to go every other year, but we have a UK offer for next year as well. So we'll see what happens. Definitely gonna be doing some stuff with that band. And then Hilltop Rats, man. End of an era.
The fucking Rats.
Yeah, so September 7th is our last show. Kind of crazy to say that and think about that, man.
Damn, yeah, that's going to be up in Tacoma, homeland.
Correct, yeah. Spanish Ballroom in McManaman's, Tacoma, September 7th. Kind of like it's a Tacoma takeover show is what they're calling it. So it's kind of like a mixed bill of just like kind of most popular bands. So it's Gold Sweats, which is kind of like stoner kind of band. Yeah, I don't know how to describe them, man. They're cool though. They're a lot of fun. Hell yeah. And then the Fucking Eagles, they're like a rock and roll style band, buddies of ours. And then Serpent Foot, they're like a psychedelic surf rock kind of band. Up until recently, they're actually our roommates in our rehearsal space. Super good dudes and rad band. And then we're headlining, and we just decided the other day that this is going to be the last show for us. Calling it quit. Yeah, life just kind of pulled us all in different directions, man. Like, there's no bad blood or nothing between the band. Some people want to play music, some people don't. Some people want to be serious and like travel with music, some people can't. So it's just kind of priorities and things got kind of taken different directions, and we all have different things that we want. So we'll see what happens. Some of us will be playing music going forward, some of us won't. I mean, obviously Parker and I are both in Noise now, so there's music there. 4 out of 5 of us were just kind of done with the band. I feel bad because Poor Ozzy, he's like the one that's stoked, so hopefully he finds somebody to jam with or continues to jam with me or something, figure something out. But I think Crandall's done playing music altogether, and I know Zach has no ambition to really play music, so we'll see what they do.
It happens, you know. Sometimes you just need a little break for a while, and it'll find you again. I mean,
sometimes you look at it, man, and, you know, the band ran its course, and it's just the end of the road, and that's that.
Yeah,
that's all she wrote.
I mean, you know, kind of like a TV show. You know, it's just got its couple years of seasons, and then it's just done. That's just it. It just doesn't need to go on anymore.
Right? Exactly. Yeah, it's funny. I was talking to somebody about it, and I was like, man, making the announcement of our band breaking up felt like I was like putting down my dog. You know, like, ooh. Like, I'm bummed. Like, it's not cool, but it's not in good health, and I know it's the best decision. But, like, my dog's so old that I'm going to put him down soon. I'm probably going to go, man, this feels like my band breaking up.
Fuck. That's tragic and fucked up, but I'm glad we can laugh about it a little bit. Well, fuck, hot damn. That was a wild ride, Aaron. Thank you so fucking much for sharing some strange with me today. There you have it, folks. That was Aaron with Hilltop Rats. I guess we can say a noisy motherfucker. that's exciting. So I mean, it sounds like, you know, there's plenty of good musical things on the horizon for you, and I'm sure you'll come back with more strange tales to tell me in the future, and I can't wait to hear them.
Oh yeah.
Well, anyways, like I said, Aaron, thank you. That was the Hesh Files. Thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll catch you on the flip side.